Your cat has been watching you sleep. Not just tonight, every night, studying your breathing, memorizing your patterns. And here's the part that should unsettle you just a little. Scientists believe your cat does this because on some primal level, it genuinely cares whether you survive. That's not a metaphor, that's biology. Cats evolved as solitary hunters. They don't need social bonds to survive. So when your cat chooses to love you, it's one of the most deliberate decisions any animal can make. The question is, are you saying it back in a way they actually understand? Welcome to 10 ways to tell your cat you love them so that they understand. The slow blink. Here's something that took scientists embarrassingly long to study formally. When a cat looks at you and slowly closes its eyes, then opens them again, it's not being lazy. It's giving you a kiss. In the feline world, a direct, unblinking stare is a threat. So when your cat softens its gaze and blinks slowly in your direction, it's actively choosing vulnerability. It's saying, I trust you enough to close my eyes. Imagine this. You're sitting across the room. Your cat is watching you. You catch its gaze, relax your eyes, and blink. Slowly. The cat pauses, and then it blinks back. That right there, that's a conversation. That's love exchanged in silence. Try it tonight. But here's the twist. The next way to say I love you doesn't involve your eyes at all. It involves something far stranger. Let them headbutt you. It looks ridiculous. Your cat walks up, lowers its head, and just rams its forehead into your face. But that headbutt, called bunting, is actually your cat smearing its scent glands all over you. And I know how that sounds. But in cat language, marking something with your scent means it belongs to you. It means it's safe. When your cat headbutts you, it's not just saying hello, it's claiming you as part of its world, as something worth protecting. The way to return this? Lean forward. Let your forehead meet theirs. Let them lead. You're not being weird. You're speaking their language fluently. But ownership has layers, because what your cat does after the headbutt reveals something even deeper about how it sees you. Respect the tail signal. A cat's tail is basically a mood broadcast, live, unfiltered, constantly transmitting. When a cat approaches you with its tail held high and the very tip curled slightly, like a question mark, that's a greeting reserved for individuals it genuinely likes. Wild cats use this signal almost exclusively with family. Your cat using it with you means it has mentally filed you under family, not staff. Here's the practical tip. When your cat does this, mirror it. Extend a finger, just one, toward its nose level. Let it sniff, rub, and lead. You're essentially presenting the way cats do in greeting. It feels small. To your cat, it's enormous. What comes next is the one that most people get completely wrong, and it's something you're probably already doing every single day. Stop staring. Start glancing. Here's the mistake millions of cat owners make without realizing it. You love your cat, so you look at your cat, warmly, adoringly, with sustained, focused attention. And your cat, slowly, quietly, gets more and more tense. Because in the animal kingdom, prolonged eye contact is not affection. It's a challenge. Imagine this. A stranger walks into your home and stares at you for 45 unbroken seconds. That's not love. That's alarming. The fix is simple. When you glance at your cat, let your gaze be soft, unfocused, relaxed, and then look away first. You're communicating, I see you. I'm not a threat. I'm not demanding anything from you. That's the energy cats find irresistible. The cats that always seem to gravitate toward the wrong person at parties, that person is usually the one ignoring them. Now you know why. And knowing that opens up a completely different kind of moment, one that happens every morning and most people rush right past it. The power of the morning greeting. Your cat notices when you walk into a room. More than you think. More than most pets, actually. Cats don't just react to your presence, they anticipate it. Studies on cat behavior show that cats track their owners' routines with remarkable accuracy, adjusting their behavior based on when they expect you to appear. So, when you wake up, before you check your phone, before the coffee, greet your cat. Say its name softly. Get down to its level if it's nearby. Let it sniff your hand. This small ritual tells your cat something powerful. You are my first thought. You matter before the day starts. Cats that receive this kind of daily acknowledgement show measurably lower stress hormones. They're calmer, more confident, more bonded. But there's one more thing that happens in the morning that most owners completely overlook, and it's happening while you're still asleep. Let them knead you without pulling away. Kneading, that rhythmic, alternating push of the paws, starts in kittenhood. It's what kittens do against their mother's belly to stimulate milk. It's tied to the deepest sense of safety and nourishment a cat ever feels. When your adult cat needs you, especially your lap, your arm, your chest, it has mentally returned to that original state of complete trust. You are, to your cat, its source of comfort and security. Here's the twist most people miss. If you flinch, pull away, or move them off, you've just broken the spell. You've interrupted one of the rawest emotional moments your cat can offer. The tip? Keep a soft blanket on your lap. Let them knead it, and you. Stay still. That stillness is a message. It says, I receive what you're giving me. I'm not going anywhere. What comes next is the one that surprises people the most, because it involves something you might think cats hate. Talk to them. Scientists recently discovered something extraordinary. Cats change their vocalizations when they live with humans. Adult cats in the wild almost never meow at each other. The meow, that whole spectrum of chirps, trills, yowls, and murmurs, is a language cats developed specifically to communicate with us. They evolved new sounds to reach us, to be understood. So when you talk to your cat in that silly, soft voice, the one you'd be embarrassed to use in public, you're not being foolish. You're participating in a communication system your cat literally invented for you. Imagine this. You're reading on the couch. Your cat walks in, makes a small sound. You respond, casually, warmly. It makes another sound. You respond again. Before you know it, you've had a 3-minute conversation that meant nothing and everything at once. Talk to your cat. Use their name. Change your pitch. They're listening more carefully than you know. And the next point takes that connection completely offline into something entirely physical. Learn where they want to be touched. Here's the thing about petting. Most people do it for themselves. They reach for the belly, the tail base, the top of the head, wherever feels satisfying to them to stroke. But cats have very specific and very individual preferences. And ignoring those preferences sends a quiet message that contradicts everything else. The base of the ears, the cheeks just behind the whiskers, under the chin. These are high-value zones for most cats, packed with scent glands, nerve endings, and social meaning. But your cat might have its own map. Pay attention. Where does it push into your hand? Where does it pull away? Learning that map is an act of love. It says, I'm paying attention to you specifically, not just cats, you. And once you know that map, the next point becomes something almost meditative for both of you. Give them undivided time. Not time where they happen to be near you while you scroll. Real time, intentional time. Cats are often misread as independent and indifferent. But research consistently shows that cats, even those classified as aloof by their owners, show measurable signs of distress when separated from their humans for long periods. They miss you. They just grieve quietly. Imagine this, 15 minutes, no phone, just you, your cat, and a toy or a blanket, or simply your presence on the floor next to them. Watch what happens. Watch how they relax into your attention the way a plant turns toward a window. That time is not wasted. It's building something neurological, a pattern of safety and connection that your cat will carry in its body. It shapes how they move through the world. We're almost at the end, and the final way, number 10, is the one that ties all of it together. And it might be the simplest thing on this entire list. Simply let them choose you. Here's the deepest truth about cats. You cannot force their affection. You cannot demand it, schedule it, or manufacture it. A cat that chooses to be near you, to touch you, to fall asleep on your chest, is making that choice freely every single time. They could walk away. They don't. That's not nothing. That's remarkable. The final way to tell your cat you love them is to create the conditions where they keep choosing you, through gentleness, consistency, patience, and respect for who they are, not who you want them to be, not how you imagined cat ownership would feel, but the actual specific animal in front of you, with its quirks and fears and preferences and wild, ancient soul. When you do that, they'll slow blink at you across a quiet room. They'll headbutt you at 6 a.m. They'll curl into your side like it's the only place that makes sense. And in a way, for them, it is.